Hi, my name is Jose Gomez, the executive chef at the Windjammer Landing. Today, I have a special treat for you. I will be taking you on a culinary journey. Welcome to the Windjammer Culinary Experience. Welcome back to the kitchen. Let's start cooking. Allow me to introduce you to our ingredients. In our initiative of Farm to Table program, we will be using a lot of local ingredients. Allow me to introduce. We're going to be cooking a T-bone steak. We're going to have some salt, butter, olive oil, garlic, and freshly picked thyme from our gardens. For our vegetables, we will have locally grown St. Lucian mushrooms, some onions, asparagus, red button green sauce, and some butter. For our sauce, béarnaise sauce, we will have some picked from our garden tarragon. We're going to have some eggs and butter. Let's get cooking. Very important that you clean your herbs, you wash them, and then you pat them dry. For this sauce, we're going to be only using the yolk. And now we're going to whisk. Using a double boiler. Now the sauce is thickening up, the egg slowly cooking on the flame a little. This is what we're looking. And now we start putting our whole butter on it and keep whisking to melt it and incorporate into the sauce. Going to finish our sauce with some fresh lime juice, salt, pepper, and the tarragon. This cut, you want to do it as thin as possible with a sharp knife so you don't bruise the herbs. Once you finish chopping your herbs nicely and fine without bruising them, you add them to the sauce. That's the consistency that you want on the sauce. Now we're going to gently peel the asparagus. We're going to cut it julienne, very thin. Now we're going to cut our mushrooms in quarters. They have been already previously cleaned. going to roughly chop the parsley. This parsley was picked this morning from our garden. In our initiative of our farm to table program, we are planting a lot of good stuff in our property. Plus we keep working also on alliances with the solution farmers, and it's been going great. It's going to be a great program. Yeah, so now we're going to cook the asparagus in boiling water, heavily salted. That will lock the chlorophyll, the colors of the asparagus. So we take our asparagus, put them in water, boiling. Very important that you have ice water next to it. So when the asparagus are already turning this beautiful green color, they're gonna still crunchy but tender. You're going to put them on ice to stop the cooking process. Now we're going to start cooking our mushrooms. We're going to add some olive oil to a very hot pan. Okay. We're going to add our mushrooms, and that's the sound that you want on your pan. Okay. The mushrooms are going to absorb a lot of oil, so it's okay that to be generous. Okay, we want to cook this at medium heat to sear the mushroom. Now we're going to add our onions. Going to add a little salt. The salt dehydrates, so we get the juices out of the vegetable. Put a little pepper. When the asparagus are already cold, we take them, take excess water and put them on paper towel so they dry, and you will give a little heat up on olive oil later on when you're going to plate. Now we're going to add our green seasoning. It's the sauce that we're featuring in this recipe from Salucha. It's type of like a chimichurri kind of. So it's going to bring a lot of acidity into the plate. Finish with our butter. And we finish with the fresh parsley. Voila. Now we're going to set it aside and we're going to start working on our meat. Okay, now we're going to start season our meat. Okay, now we're going to season the meat and we're going to season from the top. So it's being distributed evenly. Now we add some fresh ground pepper. So before we start searing our meat, we're going to take our garlic clove and we're just going to give them a little crunch, right? So when we add the butter to baste the steaks, it have a garlic flavor to it. Okay, now we have a really hot pan in here. So we're going to add some oil to it. The meat is already seasoned. So then we're just going to sear on the olive oil, and then we're going to add the butter and the garlic and thyme to baste the steaks and cook to temperature. Let's do it. You want to keep doing this while the pan is hot to help the caramelization process on the protein. Once you got this nice color, flip your meat. Add your butter. Your garlic. Fresh thyme. Once the butter is already melted, you start basting. This will help to add flavor, but also to cook the meat. Now we're going to take the meat and we're going to let it rest for 8 minutes approximately. Now using the same pan, we just took the excess butter and we're just going to reheat our previously cooked asparagus. We add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And now, the moment of truth. Going to be plating. Have been rested. So we're going to present it different. Going to carve it out. There. The ragu in here. Then we're going to put this asparagus here. See? Going to put a little bit of thyme in there, the garlic, and we're going to finish it with our béarnaise sauce. Voila. There you have it. Nice T-bone steak, local mushroom ragu, asparagus, and beautiful béarnaise sauce. Enjoy.